Hi, Geminis. Welcome back. Gemini people and placements. Let's start with an animal message. Gemini energy. Most important vital messages for Gemini people and placements. Oyster. Okay, let's see what we've got. All right, so it says Oyster 22 on the clock as I say this. Patient secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and thus this leads to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures, what it is you've been hesitant to share. The world is waiting to see. When in balance, feels blessed, generous, and masterful. When out of balance, reluctant, gripping, or clams up. To bring into balance, share something. So this could be some kind of communication, a mindset, a perspective. But let's dive in with some tarot. Gemini energy messages for Geminis. Okay, somebody could be feeling like a little out of whack. Maybe there's an apology or some kind of like emotional expression that's being held back. Gemini messages for Geminis. This could be with an earth sign, this could be with a family member or something about finances, maybe as part of this. Gemini messages. This could be about somebody getting rejection from an earth sign, or maybe rejecting somebody because of finances. Maybe they need to focus on their own things, so you might not want to disturb them. Maybe that's part of this. You are trying to avoid some kind of drama or argument. But let's see Gemini's most important vital piece of advice at this time for Gemini people and placements. Ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can only come to your aid if you make the free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking others to assist. So if this is about finances, discussing something with your family, somebody you've had children with perhaps, let's grab your wisdom. Gemini's most important vital messages. A lot of green and blue here, eh? So Gemini's messages for Gemini people and placements, Gemini energy. Most important vital messages for Gemini energy. Thank you. Message in a bottle. Wow. So, I mean, this could be about communicating. There's a phone in that bottle, right? There's a seagull or a pelican holding a giant telescope. But he's wearing a mask. I never noticed that. So maybe somebody's been masking their intentions or waiting for the right time to contact someone. They could be staring at their phone a lot. Gemini's messages for Gemini. Gemini energy messages. Ooh. We have ring. Wow. So if maybe you're coming out of like a relationship where you're attempting to enter into a different one, Gemini messages for Gemini. Gemini people in placement. Something about security could be relevant here. Being ordinary, moot, M-U-T. There's like a giant pelican. That's so funny. Look at that, where it fell. I don't know if you can see. Two birds, eh? And there's a bird on her head. Wow. Like on the crown. But anyways, yeah, that's so funny with the oyster card to start us off too. Renewal on the bottom, being ordinary, 19. This could be about letting go of like a way of being, or like seeing a bigger perspective, or like leaving a way of ordinariness as well. Let's go see what the Egyptian god Mut is about. Okay, apparently, 333, when I said that on the clock, Mut is a mother goddess worshipped in ancient Egypt and means mother in the ancient Egyptian language. Wow. A vulture-headed mother goddess. Wow. So the vultures could also be important, like death, rebirth situations, right? Phoenix rising from the ashes. Interesting. She was a consort of Ammon or Amen, right? Like Om. That's why we say that mantra, right? To ground us into everything. Um, Divine motherhood. Vultures are known to be particularly conscientious and protective of chicks. They used to believe that vultures could reproduce from the power of parthenogenesis with no need of males. So maybe there's a very independent energy or feminine around you at this time. Let's grab some juicy messages. Gemini's energy messages for Gemini. There could be like some kind of clarity coming in the future, Gemini, like things clearing up. Gemini messages for Gemini people and placements. Thank you. With spirits are helping you fight against saboteurs. So if somebody's been trying to sabotage you or infect you or impact you or make you sick or something, natural detectives. So this could be somebody around you as well, or could be you as well. Interesting. Yeah. somebody could be studying something, like trying to strategize the best time to communicate or contact somebody, like spying on them. Gemini's messages for Gemini energy. Um, we have go towards your north node, your dharma. So you definitely want to check which nakshatra rules your north node. You can do that, or just see the house placement on AstroSeek's website. It's free, but I'd Google AstroSeek Vedic birth chart and use the whole sun house system and scroll down to the bottom for the north node, or Rahu, as they call it, nakshatra. And yeah, do protection rituals, strong boundaries. Interesting. Make healthy soup. That's so funny. I was getting that vibe of like somebody getting sick. So make sure that you're eating like good, powerful food in this winter time, right? Garlic onion soups, maybe a French onion soup, maybe something with garlic bread. I don't know. Not all counsel is wise counsel, so do be aware of that. And happy for you coming out kind of sideways. So maybe this counsel you're receiving from people that are not happy or that have health issues or their judgment is a bit off. But let's grab you a white light for Gemini's. Gemini's most important vital message to guide Gemini. Thank you. We have Theta of Venus. Okay. All right, 611, as I see that. Attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you, but don't give them a foothold in your heart. You're ready for a higher understanding, to see things in a new, more positive light. So maybe you're watching near-death experiences or NDEs. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, highly spiritual path. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, highly spiritual path. Venus is our morning and evening star, the stellar goddess and the guardian of transitional awareness and higher consciousness of the heart. Interesting. She is the way shower of light and fifth dimensional reality, also known as unity consciousness. That's why a lot of these NDEs tend to talk about love as the most important force, right? Her spiritual guardianship of humanity will be complete when mass consciousness is based on love, light, and feminine divine wisdom. When you connect with Venusian energy, it's an opportunity for increased love, magnetism, and spiritual charisma, a chance to shine your light and manifest your soul purpose with increased grace, synchronicity, and sacred artistry, which makes sense because in ancient Hindu or Indian deities, like the earliest deities, I think they said the earliest like idols of gods were women, which makes sense. And yeah, I'm not just saying that because I'm a woman, but in general, if you go far back, they understood the power of where, you know what I mean? It kind of makes sense to me just on a natural basis, a biological basis. And we did have that vulture god there, which is like the presence of the feminine, right? So, let's see. You might want to look up the vulture spiritual animal meaning as well for more hints, perhaps. Her appearance in a reading signifies a time of creative spiritual awakening. It's a reminder of the power of the heart and our ability to rise again after a time of karmic heaviness. The souls of Venus, her sons and daughters on earth, are not spiritually bound by mass consciousness of human collective. They naturally vibrate at a loving frequency, a more loving frequency. They are genuinely astonished by the cruelty, meanness, and displays of dominance that typify the dark side of the human nature. Yet they have chosen to temporarily incarnate and bind their souls temporarily to the laws of nature. As they grow alongside beloved earthly brothers and sisters, they share the highest resonance of their heart, opening the way for human evolution. These spiritual sons and daughters of Venus belong here, yet at an inner level they know they are not from here. The oracle reminds you that you are not bound by the ways of this world, and that part of your higher purpose is to help heal, soften, and awaken humanity. Even if you find it hard to feel at home on Earth, perhaps sensing you're from the stars, Venus or otherwise, know you're meant to be here and that you belong in a very special way. Interesting. There's a home here for you on Earth, Mother. You are loved and needed, and will attract whatever support you require to fulfill your destiny. Venus souls have a particular talent for creating beauty, working with light and spiritual energy, and calling to them whatever they want and need. You have your own healing journey, and part of the journey is your spiritual training in the ways of the earth. At this time, this will teach you what is needed to heal yourself and others as well. You don't need to be afraid of the ways of the world. You are part of a spiritual team that is here to help transform mass consciousness. So maybe grounding could be relevant, imagining those roots extending from the base of your feet, pushing out any gray or black energy down through those roots, and breathing in, doing breathing exercises to call in white, golden light through your nasal cavities or whatever. But anyways, theta is the narrow range between 7 and 8 hertz, which we access in deeper meditations and light sleep, so breathing exercises, including the dream state. This is reminding me actually of this website. I think it's called Ewin or Ewind, like Ewoind or something, and it apparently has like experiences of different people who like people share their experiences of being on different drugs or being in different meditative states. So if you're curious, check it out. The brain enters the state during the in-between times, like when we're falling asleep or waking up from a deep sleep. These are moments in which our capacity to create our consciousness is heightened. At these times, we become aware of the deep-seated programming and are able to heal by reframing it. So maybe you're doing past life regression, or you're interested in those videos or those things. During this state, you are conscious, yet your body is deeply relaxed. You see everyday realities through the inner spiritual eye and come to understand yourself and your life with spiritual insight. Put simply, you may see things differently when you are in the theta state, and your life may make much more sense to you. In a reading, the appearance of this oracle is a special reassurance from Spirit that everything is unfolding within the protective divine grace of love, that even if it sometimes appears not to be so. It also indicates that you have the ability to heal yourself and change your life for the better. Wow, this is about taking your control or power back. You could be going through something, moving beyond some level of trauma or manipulation or disempowerment in general, to come more into that. We have Dakini. That's so interesting. I was learning about Dakinis yesterday, and they're apparently these feminine kind of dragon creatures or something, and that's on the bottom here, Dakini of Infinite Light. Really beautiful card there. So we'll check that out there. Sagittarius energy, number 9, letting go of something. Let's see. Seek and you shall find. Find the teachers and teachings which feel pure to your heart. But remember, it is the inner truth of you that ultimately sets you free. Do not give your power away, but do trust in a guiding wisdom in work and all aspects of your life. Ask for help from the enlightened spiritual beings in any matter of concern, and help will be granted. Like, make a prayer that can hear your thoughts as well. That's a way of communicating, like, oh, please guide me to the right resources of what I need to understand at this time, etc. Believe all problems can be resolved, and a more graceful life experience opens up for you now. Wow. I hope you enjoyed this short little reading. Please hit like, comment, share, all that good stuff. It's really motivational. Thank you so much. If you want a personal, you can use the Buy Me a Coffee link, and I'll send you a private unlisted link. And you can also donate through there if you so wish. But good luck. Happy holidays. Take care of your health. Blessed be.